The first set of documents were found in November at the Penn Biden Center here in Washington. But why did it take until yesterday and until this morning, apparently, for whoever it was to inform Robert Lausch that that final document was found? Was that because there were press reports earlier this week?
Again,
and the hope was that nobody would find out?
And so you went from that guy saying, look, you knew about these documents, to her saying that she was transparent. Now she gets caught here by a second reporter saying, look, you basically just lied to us, or you're withholding information from us when we gave you an opportunity to tell us the truth, and now you're lying. Now all of them are perked up. All these reporters in this room, you guys, are set and ready to go. Now they're pissed because they got lied to, and nobody wants to be lied to. Oh boy, folks. So we got another reporter here acknowledging the fact that they were lied to, the transparency issue of it all. Let's continue with it.
Thank you, Karine.
Thank you.
We are seeking information, and I appreciate and understand why the press office can only say so much. So help us understand this. Who are the president's personal counsel that the Attorney General referred to today?
I was asked that question earlier. Let me get back to you. I actually don't have that answer. I think I know who it is, but I want to make 100% clear.
Bob Bauer is one, potentially Dana Remus, James Garland, Robert Leno. Are they the ones that have been contacting the Justice Department?
Look, again, I don't want to, I want to say the right thing from here, so I would have to talk to the White House counsel, or you would have to reach out to the White House counsel to talk about who is his personal lawyers.
And to button this up, the first set of documents were found in November at the Penn Biden Center here in Washington. But why did it take until yesterday and until this morning, apparently, for whoever it was to inform Robert Lausch that that final document was found? Was that because there were press reports earlier this week?
Again,
and the hope was that nobody would find out?
Again,
or was it because
there is a process, an ongoing process that is occurring? We did this by the book. And what I mean by that is the moment that the lawyers discovered that the papers were there or the documents were there, they reached out to the archives, they reached out to the Department of Justice, and they immediately, rightfully so, reached out to them to let them know what they had discovered. And that is the process. That is what that is what his lawyers did. Again, it's an ongoing process. As you stated in your question, I am limited in what I can say. It is now in the hands of the Department of Justice. They are reviewing this. As you know, the special counsel was announced by the Attorney General, and so I will leave it there.
What was the president trying to say when he referenced his Corvette earlier today? Because it sounded like he was implying that because his garage is a safe place for his car, the documents were safe. And
I want to pause it there because I haven't shown you that clip yet. Peter Doocy engaged with the president, and we do have a clip of that towards a later segment when Peter Doocy asks his question. We'll set it up with his question towards the president. The president basically was referring to his garage, and his garage was safe because his Corvette was in the garage as well. Thus, because his Corvette is safe, the classified documents that are basically supposed to be in a skiff are safe as well. It's an idiotic argument, just nonetheless. But, you know, that's kind of what Ed here is referring to. And now let's see what Karine has to say to it.
And therefore, if it was safe for the car, it was safe for the documents. Is that what he meant?
Look, I'm going to just leave his statement as is. I think your colleague was having a back and forth with the president. You can read the transcript of what was asked of him and why he responded that way. I'm just not going to get into specifics.
And you talk about we are being transparent. Who's we, and what is the definition of transparent in this case? Is it the lawyers being transparent legally with the archives and the Justice Department, or is it the White House writ large being transparent with the general public?
So number one, and I've said this multiple times already, we take this very seriously. The president takes this very seriously. He was not aware that the records were there. He does not know what is in the documents. Again.
Listen with your ears, lady. That wasn't the question. What's your definition of transparency, you idiot? This lady thinks we're all morons. This White House thinks we're all morons, and we've all had enough of this crap, including the press. We're not morons. We can see what you're doing. We're not dumb. So stop playing like we are dumb. I watch every single press briefing and you act like we're idiots, like we can't tell that you're dodging or spinning the thing. My viewers see it. They comment on you, Karine. They know when you're lying. We're not stupid, so stop it. We're not morons. Answer the man's question. That's why he was pissed off at you yesterday, because you didn't answer his question. Oh, well, we're pretty good colleagues. No, you're not. You lie to your colleagues. Who the hell lies to their coworkers and colleagues and spins it and manipulates them and withholds information from them? You don't work well with Ed. Ed, if you watch this, don't believe that crap. Because there are reporters in that room that watch this show. Don't believe that crap for 1 minute. You might work well with her, but she didn't give a damn to on answering your questions, man, ever. Nor anybody in that room. Anybody. And it's so old. She needs to be fired, man. I'm so tired of it.
Classified information, classified documents, he takes very seriously. When they were discovered, and this is the right thing to do, right? His lawyers reached out immediately to the archivist. They reached out to Department of Justice to let them know that the papers or the documents assisted.
The archivist or the Justice Department? Because the Attorney General this morning said that the attorneys reached out to the archives. It was only later in December, when the second batch was apparently found, then they were reaching out to the Justice Department.
I will leave it to what the Department of Justice is laying out. What we are saying that we reached out to the archivist, we reached out to the Department of Justice. That is what is the right thing to do in this case. And so I can finish here. What has been transparent in this as well is that the White House counsel has laid out in detail on Monday to all of you.
Not everything, Karine, and you know that.
First of all, I can't talk about this, right? Because it is the Department of Justice is reviewing it. There is a review happening, Ed, right? You know this. We just heard from the Attorney General. There is a review. I am limited in what I can say to this.
Could Richard Sauer perhaps come here?
I think you should reach out to the White House counsel.
We're reaching out on a constant basis,
Okay,
but why not have them come here to the
I am
room
saying
take
to you
questions?
that we have put out lengthy statements, and you can reach out to them as you all have been doing, and I will leave it there. Go ahead.
She's going to leave it there. And it's a great question by Ed. Bring the guys out here. Have the counsel up there. You know, everybody else gets chauffeured out there. John Kirby was up on the stage right before she was. Why can't you bring the counsel? Why can't you bring the lawyers up there and get their questions answered? Why? Because you're covering up, Karine. You're not transparent whatsoever. They're going to tell you they're the most transparent administration that's ever walked the face of this earth, that's ever been in the United States, whatever they want to phrase it at. Bull crap. Bull crap. You're covering this whole thing up. You lied to everybody yesterday. You lied to me. You lied to everybody that follows the Bald Brad Show. You lied to all the Americans out there. And now you're being caught red-handed. Well, I'm tight-lipped on this. I can't get into specifics, but let me be clear about this. You know, we take it seriously. The president takes it seriously, even though he had freaking classified documents in his garage. In his garage. But he's going to take it seriously. Second set of classified documents. Who the hell knows if there's more, you guys? The dude doesn't even know what's in them, right? He doesn't even remember yesterday. So of course he doesn't know what's in them. He probably did at one point. I hope you enjoyed that clip from the Bald Brad Show. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all our future content.